Hi guys, welcome to Ian's Product Focus. What we're going to be focusing on this week is Phresh Filters. Phresh Filters do three different style of filters. We do the intake filter, we do a carbon extraction filter, and we do the inline filter. Phresh have been around for many years, manufacturing great fans and filters, and we're going to focus on their filter range today. We have an intake filter. Not a lot of people use intake filters, but I think they should. What an intake filter does, it does what it says, it sits on your intake air. So if you're blowing into a room or you're dragging air into a room, use an intake filter. It will stop 99.9% of anything getting through it. That's bugs, mold spores, bacteria. It will stop absolutely everything getting into a room. What it has is a pre-filter like this. You take the pre-filter off. Underneath it, you can see the pleated carbon impregnated material underneath it. It only reduces the airflow by about 10%, so it's not going to put a lot of pressure on your intake fan, and it will stop any bits of bugs, bacteria, like I've said, dust, anything getting into your room. If you're a perfectionist like I am, this will stop anything getting in your room which you don't want in there. It uses this patented material which is embossed with carbon, so it does stop anything wafting back through the ducting when your fan turns off. So it's great for back pressure. If you've got any back pressure or positive pressure, this will stop any of those smells getting back down the line. You can't use it as an outtake filter. It's not strong enough for that, but it's great for an intake filter. Really lightweight, comes in multiple different sizes. So that is the intake filter. Then you look at their carbon filters. Like I say, I've been working with Phresh for a long time. Their carbon, in my opinion, well, everybody's opinion, is one of the best on the market. I know the guys who work at Phresh. I've been working with them for the best part of 20 odd years, and I know they will not accept any carbon into their factory unless it's tested and proved that it's in the top 1% of carbon. We use an Apex carbon, so it's a Chinese carbon, but it's top sourced. So it's got an iodine level above 1,000, which is premium carbon. These are always over 1,000. I've seen this carbon up at 1,200, which is A-class premium carbon. We've got a slightly thinner bed than 50mm bed. I think it's round about 46mm. They've got this mesh on the outside, which is 55% open, I think, or 51% open. It allows the air to pass through it really easily, but it has a good contact time and will filter any nasty odors. Comes in multiple sizes, all the way up to the big 14-inch, all the way down to the small filters, all the way down to like a 4-inch filter. I love Phresh, I love the carbon, I love the filter. It's a premium A-grade filter. We also do inline filters. Again, more and more people are turning to inline filters now. They're using LEDs, they've got no room in there to put the filter, so they're using an inline filter. Basically, what an inline filter is, it's a filter like this inside a case. So if you look inside here, there is just a carbon filter inside. It's got a void all the way around it. You put your fan at either end, you either blow through it or suck through it, but this can be outside the room, and just make sure your ducting obviously is in the room. Anything that goes through the ducting goes through a filter. It's got to go through, there's nowhere else for it to go. Travels through the filter there and out, and is completely clean of any odors or smells, anything like that, what travel through there. We do put a little bit more pressure on the fan than a normal filter, but they work great when you've got no choice. You can't use a normal outtake filter, use an inline filter. Phresh filters are great. They use the same carbon as in their normal filters inside their inline filter. Again, comes in multiple different sizes. I think the great thing with Phresh is they've got you covered in every area. They've got you covered on the intake, they've got you covered on the outtake. If you have an issue not being able to put an outtake filter on, you can jump onto an inline. You're using the same brand, the same quality product, and the same great carbon. Filters are all about carbon. The mesh, the caps, all that is just how the filter is put together. It's all about the carbon inside, and these are grade A carbon filters. So that's it for Phresh. Phresh has been about for 20 years. I love the products, I love the filters, and I love the carbon. Cheers, guys.